Hey, thank you for joining. My name's Scott, and today I've got a very different type of video for you guys. So what you're about to see is a collection of footage I've recorded over the last 66 days or so of my journey through the Gymshark 66 challenge. So if you're not aware of what that is or what that means, Gymshark are a UK-based company that specialise in sportswear, and they also do a wide range of running gear and obviously gym wear, including the name of the company. So at the start of the year, every year, they do what's called the Gymshark 66 Challenge to try and get their community to develop healthy habits and encourage a healthy lifestyle. So the reason it's 66 days is that's what it's estimated to take to turn a habit into a permanent lifestyle change. So I've given 3 pledges in this challenge, 2 are fitness related and 1 not. So the first pledge of mine was to try and plank every day for a minimum of 3 minutes within that day. So the idea of that being to try and improve my core strength to translate into my running and see if that had any effect at all. So almost like an experiment. The second pledge was very running specific. So I wanted to try and get a sub 21 minute 5K. So throughout the last 3 months or so, I've changed my training plan a little bit, tweaked it to really focus in on this, and then on the last day of the event attempted a 5K run. The third pledge I gave was to practice gratitude more, so that's not really something I'm going to explore in this video as such, but it's just something I wanted to develop within myself. So there's the 3 pledges. The whole premise of this idea is hopefully there'll be something to learn from a running perspective from doing this, and any kind of tips I can give you after. So yeah, sit back and enjoy. So it's January the 1st, day 1 of 2021, and the first day of the Gymshark 66 challenge. So let's see how long we can plank for. Hey, so we've time travelled 1 month. It's January the 31st today, last day of January. And quite a lot has happened in the month. So the UK went into national lockdown, which hasn't really affected this challenge. But I guess more directly is the fact that I caught COVID around the 10th of January, I think. So I went for a run on the Friday. I felt really tired. I thought I was just overtraining at the time because I'd recently ramped up my training schedule. Yeah, and then obviously the fatigue kind of hit more. Got a test. A couple of days later, came back positive. So in total, it knocked me out for about 10 days. It was only a day or 2. It was really bad, but it obviously meant I couldn't plank for 10 days, which is a real shame because I really wanted to, plank every day, 66 days for the challenge. But I've since recovered, been planking again every day. So today, 1 month in, well, I'm going to see if I can beat my score from day 1. And yeah, see if we've made any improvements. The way I've been training is just doing 1 minute planks. You kind of lose the benefit as your form kind of dips after a minute. So I haven't tried to plank as long as possible at all since day 1, so I'm going to give it a go today and see if there's any improvement. so it's February the 7th today. I'm 1 month out from the challenge, and you can tell my hair's getting too long now. I'm having to wear a cap. But I thought I would just kind of test where I'm at. So I ran a 5k today. So I got a time of 22 minutes 7 seconds, which is pretty good. I've done faster, but it's a long way to go to get sub 21. So I've got to shave 1 minute and 7 seconds off in a month, which is going to be a tough ask. But you know, I'll see how it goes. The route I took was, you know, fairly hilly. I didn't give maximum effort either. I'd say about 95% effort. So, you know, got some room for improvement there. But yeah, I got a solid month ahead really to make sure I can get to my best ability and try and get under 21 minutes. So I'm just going to show you what I like to have often after like a run. Kind of like a yogurt mix I make. So first thing I use is these grape nuts. They're kind of like wheat, whole grain kind of wheat, to give it like a base layer. It's quite hard to find, but I get it in Asda. Then you obviously got your yogurt as well. I use Greek style natural yogurt from Yo Valley. Yo Valley, I tend to just always get Yo Valley. I collect the tokens. So let's just add a huge dollop of this. Cool. So once you've added the yogurt, I'm gonna add the fruit now. So I've got blueberries and raspberries today. Just add that. And then to finish it off, I like to add pumpkin seeds just to give it a bit of texture. So all the footage you've seen so far is obviously of me planking. There isn't actually any footage of me running throughout this challenge, but I thought what the next best thing would be is to show you my Strava, to kind of show you what I've been doing week by week in terms of mileage, in terms of strategies and stuff to try and get myself into position to try and run under 21 minutes for a 5k. So if I just share my screen with you on here, so what you can see here is my Strava page. If you're not familiar with Strava, it's a running, cycling tracking app. I find it the best one out there. Really good community as well. So this is my home page, and a really good feature it has here is it breaks down your weekly mileage. So what we can see here is the last 12 weeks that I've run, and I'm just going to talk you through it. So the start of the year, the aim for me was to run around 30 miles, give or take. So to start the year, that's what I was on track for, did 31 miles. And obviously, as I've mentioned just previously, the second, third week of January, obviously fell ill, contracted COVID. So you can see here, halfway through the week, I was on track again, and then had to stop running completely, and then you see this huge dip where I was basically off for a whole week, did no running at all or anything. Then it was a case of building up my fitness again, so I've tracked back up to 21 miles, got around to 28, and kind of plateaued here at 30. So consistently running 30 miles for about 3 weeks solid, and then I've started to taper. So it's around 2 weeks to a week and a half before, you know, my PB attempt and everything, it's always good to taper. So even if it's a 5k, so I've dropped the mileage, halved it really on the final week, and then I've obviously done the run itself, which I'll reveal in a second. So that's kind of what I've done in terms of how I split my weekly training plan for this. So I mainly did 4 runs a week. Two to three of them are, you know, standard long runs, and then I would always throw in a speed session or two. So normally on a Monday I'd do a speed session, and then another run midweek, and then a long run on the weekend. So that's kind of how I've gone about it. So you still need to do your long runs to, you know, build up your aerobic endurance. Then the speed sessions are really homing in on technique and getting used to running quicker at an uncomfortable pace. So that's my kind of progress throughout the whole challenge, throughout the whole 12 weeks. And I think it's something I'm going to try and do going forward, is try and consistently run around 30 miles, which is pushing me out of my comfort zone a bit. I'd say my comfort zone is around 20 to 25. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that. So onto the race day itself. So I've just got the after recording footage, which I'll show you now, but yeah, enjoy. So just under 5k. Target was to get under 21 minutes for the Gymshark challenge, and I've done it by quite a bit. So time in total time, check my watch again, was 20 minutes and 23 seconds. So that's about a minute and a half of my previous PB, which is crazy to think at that distance, to knock that kind of time off. So I've been running like three years solid now, and that's probably one of my best runs that I can think of, definitely in my top 5. So I'm gassed. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep training. The crazy thing is, I felt I could have given more after mile 1. I did a 6:15 mile, and I thought I'd just rein it back a bit, but maybe I shouldn't have done. But you know, maybe we'll try this again at some point, build my fitness up and go for sub 20, which will be even more crazy. But yeah, amazing. So just to tell you a bit about the route I did today, it's in Eastleigh Industrial Estate, so it's kind of like a loop to kind of mimic an athletic track best I can. It's quite quiet at night. You get the occasional lorry and stuff where guys are working late, but it's a nice place to come if you do live around my area, to kind of like go for these kind of runs. But yeah, I'm gonna post a picture on my Strava. If you follow me on Strava, you can see it. So it's Tuesday, 9th of March today. I've just done the run yesterday, as you've seen, and I thought I'd just give myself a little bit of recovery time and try and do the plank today. So I'm up early in the morning just before work, and I'm going to try and hold a plank for as long as possible. So I've been planking more or less every day throughout the challenge, and hopefully I'll see some tangible results in how long I can hold the plank now. So yeah, let's see how I get on, and try and hopefully break the 2-minute mark. That'll be a really good target for me to do. So that is the end of the challenge. Thank you for following my journey. Will I be planking every day going forward? I feel like doing something different. Planking was really good, and I'm probably still going to do it more often than not, but I feel like doing something different, maybe burpees, something, you know, every day just to get me active if I'm not running. And I'll definitely be doing this next year with new challenges, new spin on everything. So yeah, it's been a great experience, and I definitely feel better for it. So yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and if you feel motivated by what you've seen today, you know, feel free to sign up to Gymshark next year. They do it every year, start of the year, the 66-day challenge to form healthy habits. So yeah, I'm sure you'll see it advertised closer to the time.